gears for a minute here, if I may. And I'd like to talk about a local sighting. And while I'm talking about this, maybe they can get that clip ready.
And this is in Tucson, correct?
This is a Tucson
Okay.
sighting. This sighting occurred on June 25th. And I hope a lot of people in Tucson, the Tucson area here, will recall there was a microburst and a violent little storm that hit parts of Tucson. And this is what the weather people call a microburst, I guess. And a gentleman who is now sitting with us in the studio, Joaquin Elias, experienced this event. He heard destruction going on outside next door, the next door neighbor's property, and he went outside to see what was going on after the storm was over. And he happened to look up in the sky, and lo and behold, wait till you see what he saw. If we could roll that clip, please.
What in the world is that? It's blowing and it's... I don't know what in the world it is. But it seems like it's coming over here. Esta es la casa de Lynn y se fue la cosa. Viene una tormenta muy grande.
Okay, go ahead, Joaquin.
Yep, this is a sighting that I saw June 25th of 2006, 5:30 in the afternoon. There was a, like you said, a microburst. It was about 45-mile-an-hour winds. I was inside playing Xbox, and my little trailer started shaking. And I started getting kind of concerned, so I said, well, you know what, this is getting kind of serious. I better turn this thing off. When I turned it off, I started looking out the window, and I heard this awning get blown off. It just got completely over the front yard and went all the way into the Rio River. And there's nothing I could do because the wind was real strong and it was still raining. So it seemed like all of a sudden, about 10 minutes after the storm, the wind just died down, dramatically died down. And I said, well, my goodness, that was pretty. So I said, well, I can go outside now and survey the damage. So I went outside. I went under my little awning, and I was looking at my neighbor's damage. And as I was pondering, I looked on top of the ceiling, and I saw this object just skimming across like this. And I said, my goodness, what in the world is that? So I went inside. I got my binoculars, and I looked at it through my binoculars, and I saw a rectangular box. It was square edges on the side, and it was blue and white, but it was spinning very, very fast. And I said, well, that's part of the storm. That's got to be a shed or something,
Sure.
And I was just contemplating. I couldn't believe it.
Square boxes normally don't fly.
My jaw dropped, and it left my mind apoplectic because I saw what I was seeing through the binoculars very clearly. And I was short of words, and it seemed like about 20 seconds after I was looking at it, that the first intelligible thought was, get your video camera.
Sure.
So I ran in and got my video camera. If you see the start of the video, I got real jittery, and I turned the camera off and on, off and on. But I got 55 seconds of the object, and I saw it after I looked it back, it changing different kinds of shapes. Now you see the images, there's 4 images I only got right there. I know if somebody professional went into it, they could get better images and try to find out what it is. That's what we're asking the community, if they've seen that object.
Sure. Where were you exactly when you saw this? I mean, the location.
Rio River and La Cholla.
And what time of day was this?
5:30 in the afternoon.
5:30 in the afternoon. Very good. Well, if any of our local viewers have seen this object in the sky on June 25th of '06 this year, at about 5:30 p.m., please call the Mutual UFO Network State Director. He lives right here in Tucson. In fact, he works on the show. We're lucky to have him. He's a great guy. George Parks. Get a hold of George Parks right here in Tucson. He's the State Director of the Mutual UFO Network. His phone number is 520-742-6651. 520-742-6651. Because if we get more reports about this, we can triangulate this thing. We'll know more about it, its altitude and so forth, how it was moving, and so from a different viewing angle, somebody else may have seen something else that we didn't see.
Or videotaped it also as
Or
well
even
from a different
videotaped
angle.
it, yeah.
Mhm.
So if you've seen this thing, you have more information about it, come forward and contact George Parks. And again, George Parks' phone number 520-742-6651. And I want to thank you for coming on, Joaquin.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, get some more of that stuff. Bring it in.
I tell you what, this is my first one, and boy, I hand it to these guys. They're amazing. They're amazing.
So I imagine you carry your video camera with you now, huh?
Well, yes, I got it now with me.
Excellent. Okay. Let me do a couple of quick announcements, and you've got something with UFO Magazine, I think.